That is the sheeple mentality. Do you want to live like that? Then click off this video. I don't want you to continue watching on. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And this one is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go not marketing content, but more personal development content. Kind of get you to see some other sides of things. Over the last few years of the content that I've shared on here, the vlogs, the knowledge-based content that you guys have seen, you've seen a lot of behind the scenes. You've seen the highs, you've seen the lows, you've seen a lot of different things. One thing that I want to ask you is, do you want to live your life like everyone else? Now, if you think about that and this specific topic, I can go very, very deep on in understanding what's driving your decision making and everything else and why you live your life the way everybody else letting you live your life and you're letting them make you live your life that way. But, it's pretty savage. It says on the board back there, it says, do you really want to live a life? I mean it, because it's coming from someone, and for those of you that know my story, I grew up in a family that was extremely wealthy, moved to Canada, started from literally from the ghetto, part of Vancouver. If you guys have seen my story video and stuff, you guys would understand where I lived. And then from there, fortunately enough, I had the opportunity to build it up to where I am. The reason is everybody's circumstances are different. I'm sure you hear a lot of rags to riches stories and, multiple divorces or abused kids and turn into multimillionaires and blah, 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 blah. All of those are just a segment of the entire reality. You don't hear about people that lived a normal life and then built a multi-billion-dollar company. You don't hear about people that came from a lot of money and then built a big company. But you hear about the stories. And the reason why you hear about the stories is because those are the ones that literally you are connecting to. I am connecting to. We as human beings connect to. And what that really shows me, and when I start to think about stuff like this, and when I've studied human psychology and understanding how human behavior really works, is people choose. The number one reason people live a life and live their life like everyone else is because they subordinate to other people. They subordinate to others. And when you're subordinating your entire life, you grow up, your parents telling you what to do, your grandparents telling you what to do, your aunts and uncles telling you what to do, and you're continually being told what to do. Then you get to a point where you're 18 years old, and now you've got to make a lifelong decision and decide what you really want to do, but you don't know. And that's the reason why you see a lot of our generation, in the millennial generation, the Gen Y generation, and even the one that's the Gen Z one coming out, they get to a point where they're stuck. They're like, oh, my mom told me to go to school, my dad told me to go to school, and if I don't go to school, they're gonna beat my ass. Yeah, probably, because they beat your ass growing up, so they're probably gonna think they can beat your ass when they're older. But in actuality, you've gotta stand up for yourself. And it's one of those situations where there's only one thing that's gonna drive your life, and that's your values that determine the decisions that you make on a daily basis, okay? If you're going to school because your mom and dad want you to be a doctor, or your mom and dad want you to be an accountant or a lawyer or whatever, you're doing it for the wrong reason. And that is where internally you are going to live a life and be like everyone else. Majority of our society are living like sheeps, okay? They just do something because one person did it, so they got to do it, and then you stack that on. And I did that for 6 months of my life when I worked at a telecommunications company, where I had to drive into the city every single day for 6 months. This is how f***ed up it was. It got to a point where I started to notice all the cars that were, if I left at the exact same time, and I noticed to see all the cars that were on the road at the exact same time, going to work and coming home from work. Think about that. That is the sheeple mentality. Do you want to live like that? Then click off this video. I don't want you to continue watching on. If you don't want to live like that, start to take your life in your own hands. And that doesn't mean that you have to go and build a multi-million-dollar business. It doesn't mean that you need to go and try and change the world. It just means to do what you love. Find a position in a company that you love to serve. Okay, you don't have to be the number one at everything. You can be someone's number two and help them scale, and that's your number one job. So it's like, look at it from that perspective. Stand up for yourself a lot of the times. Most people that I see, people just kind of putting their tail between their legs and kind of, just doing things because they want to do things to please other people. Yes, there's a time and place, and there's a fair exchange unit that needs to go into place when you start wanting to please other people. However, it's not a pleasing situation if you're serving the person you're working with, if you're serving the customers that you're selling, if you're serving the masses, okay? That is what will change your life. Decide internally what makes you happy. Do you want to be number one? Do you want to go build a massive company? Go and do it. Trust me, I dropped out of college. I literally, like, 3/4 of the way through, spent, I think it was like $60,000, $70,000 in school, dropped out of college 3/4 of the way through and said, fuck it, I'm going on my own and I'm gonna figure this out. And here we are. Why? Because I quit subordinating to what society told me to do, okay? Then from there, you got to make sure if that's number one. If number two, okay, you want to be, you know your communication style is really, really good and you can be someone that can help communicate inside of a company and help negotiate deals inside of a company. You can get paid very, very well doing that. You can live a very passionate and fulfilled life doing that. You're not going to be fulfilled or passionate doing college, doing university, or doing things that your parents told you to do or your friends told you to do. So choose to be you. That is the big thing that I see in a lot of our generation, especially in my generation with the millennials, because we came from an interesting world. We grew up in a world where there was no internet. Now there's internet and it's changing everything else. I look at the next generation, it's like they're not going to know what life was like without the internet and what's going to happen. That is what I want to share this video with you. And I really mean it. Do you really want to live a life? Because if you do, then I can't help you there. But if you don't want to live a life, I can help you. And the way I can help you is giving you the type of content that I'm giving you right now. I know a lot of it can be pretty savage, and I know a lot of the stuff that I'm telling you can be pretty ruthless. However, I mean it because I care. And I care about a lot of the stuff that comes, a lot of the stuff that I see. I've been through a lot of it. For those of you that have heard the podcast, you guys have seen some of the fucked up shit that I've seen and fucked up shit that I've dealt with. And I'm at a point now where I can fortunately share this with all of you. So take it, use it. I can go a lot deeper on this. I do go a lot deeper on this, and understanding how to build your values, understanding what drives your values, understanding what to figure out, how to figure out your values are, and using it to your advantage. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, comment below this video if you're watching this at some point, whenever you're watching this video, and tell me what is the one thing that you are truly passionate about that you are going to use to change your life so you don't live a life. And if this video actually helped you, give this video a thumbs up, because literally you guys giving me the feedback on the type of content that I put out is what I need to know to give you more content in that realm. And if this is the first time you've seen one of my savage videos and me calling people out, well, welcome. Hit the subscribe button right there, right here. Hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. In the meantime, quit living a shit life. You deserve better. Everyone around you deserves better. Be the change in your family. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.